To make sure everyone has a strap. At least one. Okay. As you're ready, let's come into a comfortable seat. Have your eyes closed and a soft gaze in front of you. Take a few deep breaths, shallow at first. Start to deepen. Make sure you're in a position that allows you to feel supported. Let your hands rest on your knees or your thighs. Notice your breath and feel the heaviness of your hips grounding you into the earth and the natural lift of your spine rising upward. Continue to deepen your breath. Notice the upward energy in the front body as it moves down the back body. Use that as a lightness in the chest. And continue to stay grounded through the hips. Continue using your breath to land here. And begin to gently move through the neck, drawing slow circles or tracing yes and no. Start small. Move with care. And allow your head to experience its full range with intention. Notice where you feel space and where there's tightness. Where it feels tough or crunchy. And where there's ease. And just breathe into what you feel. Now allow your movement to expand into the torso, holding on to your knees and making small circles at first around the center line, sagittal plane. Feel how your spine, ribs, and shoulders begin to move around your center. And bringing awareness to that center, the sagittal plane, the midline, and how your body shifts around it while you remain grounded. The idea of duality and opposing forces. and finding balance. And how there can be asymmetry in that balance. Consider what it takes to stay heavy in the hips while allowing freedom through the rest of the body. When you're ready, you can switch directions if you haven't already. Continue breathing. Feel like when we're off kilter, our desire is to find center or to ground. And maybe we consider the idea that leaning into the opposite, the other side. And that asymmetry is where you find the grounding. Be dynamic, centering, and still grounding. Slow your movement down. Pardon me. Let yourself return to stillness. Take a full breath in. And a long breath out. Find your center now. And feel what that looks like. Notice if anything has shifted. Thoughts. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. Thank you guys. Let's carry this awareness into the rest of our movement today.
So everybody have a strap nearby, and take your blanket, unfold it once, and then along the length of the squiggles, fold it so that it's flat and rectangular. And place that towards the middle of your mat. Sit back and kind of arrange it right on this, under the sacrum. Low back kind of meets the floor just right there, so that your lumbar spine is on that. Have a strap nearby and a block on your right side. Take a minute to arrive here. Breathing in, sighing out. Maintaining the Ujjayi breath throughout this practice. Maybe a little test. Have your feet planted on the ground in front of you. Scoot your heels up to your hips. Not too forward, as far as you can. Breathing in. Exhale. Lift your legs so that your shins are parallel to the floor. And feel that core activation. Feel the bottom of your spine kind of aligning and planting T, cactus arms. Breathing in. Exhale, lower your knees to the right. Not all the way, but just hovering them about an inch or so above the earth. Keeping those knees and shin straight, maybe planting your left shoulder for a little support. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you want a little deeper core activation, you can extend your legs one at a time. Maybe come a little lower to the ground. Breathe in. And exhale, return to center. Rebending your legs. And letting your back fall to the ground again. Breathing in. And other side, exhale. Lowering your knees to the left. Maybe extending them one at a time if you'd like. If you need a little support, you can use a block. Put right under your thighs. Yeah, planting the right shoulder to the right elbow for a little support. Kind of reaching the right ribs to the ground for a deeper stretch. Breathing in. And exhale back to center. Let's extend both legs up. And then taking your strap, putting it around the toe ball mound of the right foot. So that it's kind of in line with the front arch along the toes. And you want to maintain a taut strap. Kind of plug your shoulders into the ground so that they're flush. Your whole upper back is flush with the floor. And lowering the left leg on an exhale. You can bring that all the way down to the floor and sort of plant your heel down so that it's nice and sturdy. Breathe in and exhale, maybe moving this raised leg up a little bit closer, reaching the heels up, both heels pressing into imaginary balls. Maybe flexing your toes for a little bit of a deeper experience. Breathe in. And take your right hand, grab both ends of the strap, or both sides of the strap. Your left hand to your left hip. Maintaining that flush upper back to the floor. Breathe in. Exhale, slowly lower the right leg off to the right. See if you can maintain that straight leg. Plugging the left shoulder in so that you still get that flush upper back. Pressing onto that left hip so that it's planted on the floor. Maybe using your right elbow as a little tripod to open the hip up. Breathing in. Exhale, pressing the heels down. Maybe a little bit of a deeper stretch. Maybe lift that leg up a little bit closer to the torso. And just breathe for a second. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, coming back up to center. Switching hands on the strap. So grabbing it with your left hand and planting your right arm to the right. Making sure this right shoulder is plugged into the ground too. Breathe in and exhale, come across, opposite side. Very slowly, you may only move like a few inches. Try to keep the right hip planted onto the ground. Pelvis, sacrum flush with the blanket underneath you. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's bring your leg back to center. And undo your strap. And very slowly lowering that right leg as if you're painting the opposite wall. with both arms, keeping the strap taut, straightening the leg, but as if not to lock in the knee. Try to keep maybe a little micro bend in the knee, but you also want a deep hamstring flex as well in the back, hamstring stretch. Breathing in, exhale, reach those heels back, both heels, pressing up against the imaginary walls. Extending the toes towards your face. Maybe coming a little bit closer, bringing your leg a little bit closer to the face. Breathe in. And breathe out. Let's grab the strap with your left hand. Right hand comes down to your right hip. Planting the pelvis onto the ground. Again, flush with the blanket. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep that upper back flush to the ground as well. And on your next exhale, just slowly come down with your left leg off to the left. Maybe doing a little tripod with your elbow. Keeping that activation on the right leg. Upper back still flush with the floor. Pelvis sacrum still flush with the blanket. Breathe in, and on the exhale, try to give it a little deeper stretch into that left leg, holding it a little closer to the torso. Flexing the feet, extending, pushing, pressing the heels against imaginary walls. Breathe in. What can you release? What can you let go of right now? Maybe soften your face. Let the tongue fall to the back of your mouth. Breathe in. And breathe out. Come back to center. Releasing the strap. And very slowly, gently lowering the legs down. The left leg to meet your right. Maybe giving it a little wiggle. Plant your feet back up to the ground towards your hips. And lift your pelvis up just slightly so that you can move the blanket out from underneath you. Move that to the side. Strap to the side. Lowering down slowly. And let's hug our knees under our chest. We get nice hugging of the legs and knees. Maybe rolling from side to side. Eventually, rolling up and down along your spine. And let's keep that momentum. Build it up so you can come all the way up. Legs crossed into a table. Good. And that's it.
Alright, so now that we're in a neutral tabletop, make sure that your wrists are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. Really spread your fingers out wide and grip the mat. From here, we'll take a couple of cat-cows. Inhale, drop your belly, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. And exhale, round the spine, gaze at your navel, drop the tailbone. Cow, cat, cat. Inhale, gaze up, cow. And exhale, round the spine, cat. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. Return to a neutral tabletop, and I invite you to take some organic movement here. if you want to go through some cat-cows on your own breath, make circles, stretch out your wrists, whatever feels natural and organic to you. And when you feel complete, return back to a neutral tabletop. And from here, we'll work on bird dog. So, extend your right leg behind you, toes on the mat, left arm forward as if you're going to shake someone's hand. On your inhale, lift your back leg, reach through your fingertips, and exhale, crunch knee to elbow. Inhale, reach, extend, and exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend, and exhale, crunch. And return to tabletop. Extend your left leg back, toes on the mat, right arm comes forward. Inhale, lift up, reach, and exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend, exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend, and exhale, crunch. Return to tabletop. From here, reach your right arm up to the sky, gaze at your fingertips, and exhale, come to thread the needle to a hover. Inhale, reach back up, gaze up. Exhale, thread to hover. Inhale, reach up, open up wide. And exhale, thread all the way through. Have your right cheek touch the mat. Option to extend your left arm forward for a deeper stretch. Take a breath. Return back to tabletop. And we'll take this on the other side. So inhale, reach your left arm up, gaze up. Exhale, thread to hover. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, hover. Inhale, reach up, open wide. And exhale, thread all the way. Left cheek touches the mat. Again, option to extend your right arm forward for that deeper stretch. Take an inhale and an exhale. Good. Now return back to neutral tabletop. And we'll actually come into a wide-legged child's pose. So big toes to touch, take the knees out wide, extend your arms forward, and rest your forehead on the mat. And take 5 breaths here on your own. And on your next inhale, come through to tabletop, up to downward facing dog. Really tuck those hips, lift them back. And since this is your first down dog of class, I invite you to take a generous bend of the knees, pedal out your feet, maybe lift one leg back and then the other. Whatever you need to do to feel nice and warm here. And when you feel complete, return to stillness. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. On your next inhale, gaze forward and gently walk your feet to meet your hands at the top of your mat, coming into a forward fold. Take an inhale and exhale. Inhale, slowly rise up, vertebrae by vertebrae, with your head being the last thing to come up. And we'll meet in Tadasana, mountain pose, hands out by your sides, feet firmly planted on your mat. Thank you.
I'm so happy to see you. Actually, right here. Good. Let's speed up our breath a little bit. Keep that blood moving a little more before we flow into our first sun egg. We're gonna take 3 deep breaths. Breathing in. And deep exhale. Another deep breath in. One more, deep breath in. And exhale down to the ground. Feel your feet rooted. Lift up from the knees in front of the pelvis. Collarbones open. We're going to take a deep breath in and lift your hands up to the sky. Breathe in. And exhale, forward fold. Take a deep breath in, halfway lift. Hands to mat or shins. Exhale, forward fold down to plank. Take a deep inhale in. And exhale, chaturanga down to cobra or uphill. Let's take one breath here. Deep breath in. Feel your pose, wrap the shoulder blades and lower ribs down. Lift from the base of the skull, deep breath in, and exhale down to the floor, push back into down dog. Today we're going to step our feet together, lift your right leg up and back to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, pull through into your left lunge. Patience. Let's inhale and rise up into warrior one. Let's take a deep breath here, so release your exhale. Lift the front of your pelvis, close those ribs, chin in. Inhale again. Lift up, and exhale, forward fold. If you can stay in your lunge or you can come into forward fold, let's take an inhale and step back into down dog. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here before moving forward. Deep breath in. And exhale down. Move the palms into the floor, press those heels back and down. Inhale in. Exhale, lift the tailbone up to the sky, close your ribs. Inhale, step your feet together and lift your forward through into your front lunge. Inhale, lift up into warrior one. Reach out to the top of your thumbs for the energy through the top of your skull. Inhale. And exhale back down to the ground and into your down dog. Let's take 2 more deep breaths right here. Inhale in and exhale. One more time. Inhale in and exhale down to the floor. Feel the breath roll off the back of your head. Let's inhale, look to the front of your mat. Step down. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Slowly through the vertebra. Reaching up the sky and low. And exhale back down to the opposite. So we go through a little motion at a time. Let's go through one movement quick. Just a basic something. Inhale, raise your hands up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold back into plank. Inhale, shift forward, chaturanga, down. Exhale. Inhale, up into cobra, up dog. Exhale, forward fold back down into down dog. Take a deep inhale here, 2 inhales and exhales, deep breath down, 1 more inhale in, and exhale down, inhale, look forward, step and jump, exhale, inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold, keep moving, inhale, press your knees down and lift all the way up, hands to the sky, and exhale, hands to heart. Thank you. Everyone, hand moving forward into
Asymmetrical neutral poses. Alright, everybody, now we're in Tadasana. Let's begin by taking a breath in, raise our arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to chaturanga. Now we're facing dog. Let's take a few breaths in downward facing dog. Sure to anchor the ball mound with your thumb and your knuckles firmly into the earth. Extend back through those hips. On an inhale, we're going to lift our right leg. Exhale, we're going to take that through into warrior one. On an inhale, rise. Rotate that back heel down. Anybody who doesn't have that rotated. Firmly plant that back leg into the earth. Get that right hip under you and think of squeezing that right outer hip almost as if you were squeezing a lemon. Okay, it's going to be kind of a big move here, but we're going to take that back leg on a breath in and come into a one-legged standing Tadasana. All the way forward and up. On an exhale, we're going to come into eagle. Bring our arms down, bring them together. So we bring our left arm under our right. And squeeze our hips together while we're squeezing our arms. Okay. And on an extend that back. And you can let go of that bind with your arms for anybody that's holding the bind, and you can either extend them back or reach them forward. Push that back leg, that back heel, as if you're pushing into a wall. Take some breaths. On an exhale, we're gonna find our way back to Tadasana. Alright, for the other side, let's take a deep breath in, raise our arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to chaturanga, downward facing dog. Switch. On inhale, we're going to lift our left leg this time. Keeping those hips neutral. Try not to rotate that left hip too far. And on inhale, we're going to bring that leg through. Between our hands. We're going to rotate that back heel down and come into warrior one. Breath in, bring those arms to the sky. Alright, another big one, we're going to exhale and bring that back leg all the way forward into a standing Tadasana. Find your balance, stability. Alright. On the exhale, we're going to take that leg back into a warrior three, as we did with the other side. You either have your arms behind you or extend them out forward. Push that back leg as if you're pushing into a wall. Find your balance. And on an inhale, we're going to come back into Tadasana. Make our way to our backs to welcome Robbie.
I hope you don't mind, but I have my notes, so that. On your back, let's take 3 nice cleansing breaths. I invite you to find a block. You may or may not want to use it, but if you do, it's nearby. Inhale. And exhale, bring your shins parallel to the ground. Extend your left arm overhead. And bring it across to your right leg. Inhale, extend your left leg, your left arm. Exhale, curl up and touch. Opposite arm, hand to leg. Good. Inhale, extend. Exhale, touch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, touch. One more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, touch. And come back to neutral. Feet down. Take a breath. Alright, let's see if I can talk you through that on the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Raise feet, raise legs. Shins parallel to the ground. Which side? Inhale, extend your right arm back. And extend your left leg forward. Big inhale. Exhale. Oh, let's go back in time. I forgot. Hey, that's fun. Okay, we're gonna go back and shake off. Okay, inhale. We're gonna bring our shins parallel to the ground. left arm across, nope, right arm across to touch the left leg. Inhale, extend your right leg and your left arm. Exhale, touch. Is this the correct side? That's good, inhale. You have to hold me accountable. Exhale, touch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, touch. Inhale, extend. And exhale, touch. Excellent. And come to a neutral space. Feet down. Okay, we're going to piggyback off of what Jacob felt earlier. Go ahead, and your feet are already in a great spot. For most of us, let's go ahead and just do a little check and bring our heels so they are parallel with our hip sockets. Good. In line with our hip sockets. And let's cactus arms. I'm saying let's. Let's say I invite you to cactus your arms. Inhale, bring the knees up. Your knees up. Exhale, and we're gonna hover to the right. About 6 inches forward. Inhale. Exhale to your left. Inhale. Exhale to your right. See if you can bring your knees down just 1 or 2 more inches. Inhale. Exhale other direction. 2 more times on your own. And when you finish, place your feet on the ground. Okay, I invite you to find a strap. Place that strap around the ball of your right foot now. Flex the toes, flex your toes back. And we're gonna climb. So you're gonna reach your left hand above your right, slide that down, reach your right hand, slide. Reach your left, slide, reach the right, slide, hold. Extend your left leg, flex the leg. Try to flex your left leg in such a way where you're engaging your glute. Hug your bones to your muscles. No, hug your muscles to your bones. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna reach up. We're gonna climb 4 times. And 1, 2, 3. And on the 4th one, see how far you can get up. Hold. And release. We're gonna repeat the same thing on the left side. Bring your left leg up. Place the strap on the ball of your left foot. Right knee bent. And we're gonna climb. Right hand over left. Left hand over right. Right hand over left. Left hand over right. And hold. Extend your right leg. Come down so that your shoulders are in line with the floor. Okay, now as we climb, you can raise those shoulders. We're going to climb 4 times. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Slowly bring your back to the ground as you hold. And release. I invite you to come to the left side of your mat, or the left side. And I want, you can watch me for a moment and then I'll talk you through it. So you're gonna press your left hand through the ground. You can use your right to brace. And you're gonna press yourself up as you extend your knees wide. And then you'll come back down. Okay, let's do it together. Talk you through it. Everyone, eyes facing whatever wall this is. There you go.
West.
What is it?
West.
West wall. Those things exist. All right. And we're gonna inhale to rise, press up, open the knees wide, toes together. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, come up. Knees open wide. Exhale, come down. Inhale, knees come wide. I invite you to raise your right arm if you'd like to add a little extra touch to that. And exhale, come down. And inhale. Exhale. One last time. Inhale. Exhale. And flip over to the other side. You're going to press with your right forearm. You can use your left hand to brace if you like. And we're going to inhale, rise, legs knees open. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down. I invite you to open your arm up if you haven't already. Inhale, rise. Exhale, come down. Last one, inhale, rise. Exhale, come down. Flip onto your backs. Hug your knees to your chest. And rock up and down 3 times. Arriving at tabletop. Tuck your back toes. And end in downward facing dog.
Everyone take a deep inhale and an open mouth exhale. And let's repeat that one more time. Inhale, exhale. On your next inhale, bend your knees and look to the top of your mat and step or hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Okay, from here, plant your left hand and bend your left leg while straightening your right leg. And lift your right arm up to the sky. You can look at your fingers. Inhale. Exhale, back down. Bend over your knees. Now you can straighten your left leg and lift your right arm up to the sky. Wiggle your fingers in. And exhale, come down. Alright. From here, we're going to put some more weight into your left foot as you slowly rise up, bringing your right leg with you into one-legged Uttanasana. Beautiful. Really push into all 4 corners of your feet and kick your right leg behind you and step into a high crescent lunge with control. Beautiful. Your nose to the sky. You can back out of that front knee just a little bit, tilt your tailbone down, really get that into the front of the left hip crease, and then bend back into that front knee. Inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Very nice. From here, we're going to reach forward and straighten your front leg as you reach back. Take your, grab your wrist with your left hand and pull back and lift your toes into sky archer. Very nice, feeling that stretch into the side of the ribs.
From here, you can lower the toes down, open your arms back up, put forward with the front knee still straight, sorry, and top down into triangle. Very nice. It will be good to have a block at the top of your mat. From here, we're going to inhale to bend your front knee, planting your hand on the earth or a block in front of you. Power up through the back leg and push up into a half moon. Very nice. Inhale, feel the goodness. Exhale, and with control, step back into warrior two. You can cartwheel the hands down to the earth. And with your next exhale, push back into a downward facing dog. Alright, take another deep inhale here. Open mouth, exhale. Very nice. One more time. Lovely. In your next inhale, bend your knees, look to the top of your mat, and step or hop up there. Beautiful. From here, bring some more weight into your right foot as you come up into a one-legged Tadasana with your left leg lifted. Wonderful. Find your balance here. Take your time. Remember those four corners. And slowly with control, step back into a high crescent lunge. Lovely. Looking good. Sweet. Now with your next exhale, oh sorry. Yeah, with your next exhale, you can open up into a warrior two. And we're gonna try this again. All right. You can inhale, reach forward, and exhale, grab your wrist with your hand and straighten your leg and lift your toes. Lovely, feeling that stretch into the side body. You can now lower your toes, open your arms, tail forward, reach, and exhale down to triangle. Lovely. We're going to bend into that front leg and power up into a half moon. Very nice. Strength through that standing leg. Lift your knees, kick into the back leg. Really find that energy. Looking good. Now you can lower with control back to a warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down. Exhale, forward fold. Downward dog. Not sorry. All right. Let me find my footing here. Beautiful. Okay. From here, we are going to lift the right leg and step it through to a low lunge. Nice. Plant that back foot and come up into a warrior one. From here, we are going to open twist to the right, making sure to move from the thoracic spine, using all that core that Robbie warmed up for us. All right. Now, go ahead and straighten that front leg. Lovely. Bring your right arm forward, reach forward. Oh, is that your right arm? Sorry. Your left arm forward into a revolved triangle. A block might be helpful here. Yes. Beautiful. Really engage your legs here, lifting from your knees, rotate through the ribs, and inhale to reach through the crown of your head. Take a pause, use your power here. Inhale,
Inhale, bend through your front leg, and power up that back leg into a revolved half moon. Yeah. Beautiful. It's not easy. Y'all are kicking it right now. Doing great. Speaking of kicking it, kick that back leg into the wall. Very nice. Wonderful. All right. Root through your right foot. Wonderful. Exhale, step back into high crescent. And you can inhale to bring your back leg to meet your front leg. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Just empower the spine here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Exhale, back to downward dog. Very nice. You can take a cleansing breath here. On your next inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Inhale, step it through, low lunge. Very nice. Plant that back heel and rise up, warrior one. Beautiful. Now we are going to twist, to the west wall. Yes. Straighten your front leg and tick forward until you can't anymore and reach that front arm down to a revolved triangle. Very nice. Modify as you move. Lovely. We're going to bend back into that standing leg and power up your back foot into a revolved half moon. Really nice. Push into that back leg. Feel all the four corners of your feet, your body working, looking great. And step back into a high crescent lunge. Beautiful. And bring your back foot to meet your front foot. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to mountain. Thank you.
Siddhasana with the forward and repeat to your mat. As I look through your arches, up through your hips, lift your core, lift your heart, lift your crown. Inhale, and exhale, release. Bring your hands to your hips. Start to bend your right knee. Inspect your right heel. Now lower your heel. Come on to the top of your right foot. Should feel some engagement with your right hip flexor. Inhale. And exhale. Now inhale, and your right knee and rise into one-legged Tadasana. Reach your arms to the sky. Inhale and exhale. Bring your left hand outside your right thigh for support. Reach your right arm back. Transition. Inhale, lift your ground. Exhale, trace your gaze to your right hand. Moving back. Inhale, One-Legged Tadasana. Return to the front. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, you shake it out a little bit. Feeling a little stiff. Come back to Tadasana. Replant your feet to the earth. Start to bend your left knee. And plant your foot. Cycle your left heel up once again. Drawing it higher. Engaging your left hip. side. Inhale. Exhale. Twist towards to the left. Bring your right hand outside your left thigh. Reach your left hand back. Trace your gaze to your left hand. Inhale, lift your crown. Exhale. Inhale, return to one-legged Tadasana, face the planet of the room. Exhale. Release, come back to Tadasana. Now, option to go through Vinyasa, keeping in downward dog. Once in downward dog, look in front of your mat. Bend your knees, travel forward into forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Knees forward, hips back, elbow down. Inhale, lift through your core, draw your arms up. Exhale, right hand, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, stay. Exhale, twist to your right, lifting your elbow outside your right thigh. On your next inhale, invitation to extend your arms. Reach your right arm to the sky, left arm towards the ground outside of your right thigh. While we're here, explore how deep you can go in your twist. Maybe you can lower your right arm down towards your ankle. Left arm down. See if you can plant your left arm underneath your right sole. Now, I invite you to have your strap nearby. If you can't bring your left arm underneath your right foot, go ahead and bring both ends of your strap underneath your right foot. Once you're strapped in, or have your left hand nestled onto your right sole, and your nice inhale, rise, dancing Shiva. Inhale, twist through the core. Exhale, send your right arm back. Kick into your right foot to left hand. Inhale, release, come back to one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, plant your right foot. Shimmy out, that's a lot of work. You get a little bit loose there. Alright. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart and twist to the left. Looking to your left, elbow outside your, right elbow outside your left knee, or the thigh. Now I invite you to extend your arms, left arm to the sky, right arm towards the ground. See how deep you can go in your twisted fold. Maybe you can bring your right hand underneath your left sole. If not, ready your strap nearby. On next inhale, you rise, dancing Shiva. Inhale, lift your crown. Exhale, left arm back. Kick your left leg to your right hand or your shot. Inhale, return to one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Oh yeah, welcome to the
Everyone needs 2 blocks. Anyone want 2 blocks? Maybe at the top of your mat in Tadasana, and bring both of your blocks to stack like this, and
But meeting at the top of your mat. Start to feel into your feet here, into your space. Start to calm down from all the core, all the twistiness, and find a moment here. Take a deep breath. Shift your weight to the back of your heels. Really feel the sensation in the back of your heels. Maybe even your front toes start to lift a little bit. Feel your weight start to shift into the back. And now start to shift it into the front as you root alongside the outer sides of your feet. Here, really feel into it. Maybe the toes are still, the big toe is still up, but your pinky toe is down. Feel into the outer sides and the back sides of your feet here. Now place the big toe down if it is lifted up, and feel into the front of your feet, maybe shifting your weight towards the front, shifting it back here to find the center of your weight as you shift your weight from the front of the toes to the back of the heels. Find center in the arches of your feet here. Start to bend the legs and knees generously to become easy into your into the standing pose here, into mountain pose. Bend it even more generously here, almost like coming into chair, but letting your chest come down to your knees for a forward fold with a generous bend to your knee. Really letting your chest melt down into your thighs. See if you can find a little cocoon for yourself here. And try to bring your hips up with your chest on your thighs. Really finding a moment here to wrap into yourself in this moment. Bend your knees even further. And start to come down into a squat on top of your blocks behind your heels. Simalasana squat, so if your feet are up, if you have some height here, let me know and I will bring you another block. This idea here is to find a throne, an easy seat here. So you can adjust yourself, make sure that your perineum is resting onto the blocks. Bring your elbows inside of your knees. And find your breath. Taking a moment here to ease into this seat of your power. Really feeling your breath moving in and out through the body. Transitioning to deep belly breaths here. Noticing as the belly inflates on an inhale and deflates on an exhale. Check in with yourself. Notice your seat here. See if you need any more sensation by removing a block as we start to do a couple of more breaths here to feel into the sensation of the pose if needed. If you feel great and feel like there's enough sensation, feel free to leave the second block up. Taking deep breaths from the inhaling through your nose, exhaling out the mouth here. Noticing how your chest and your belly is able to rest in this space, becoming deeply grounded and rooted in the bottom half of your body, and light and point on the top half of your body here. Noticing the push and pull between the groundedness and the lightness of this pose, and the bottom half and the top half of the body meeting where your elbows meet into your knees. A couple of more rounds of grounding breaths here. Take the block and move it towards the back of your mat as you come to a seat here. Come and meet me an easy boat pose with your feet grounded and your knees and legs at 90 degrees. If your toes are up, bring your heels a little bit closer to your hips here to find some good balance into your hips here. With
your hands and your body firm into the ground, start to lift your toes up here and grab the toes. Now with your heels, pretend that they are super glued down into the mat, not lifting them, as we, the technical term here is booch and scooch your hips back into a forward fold. Really trying to not lift the heels at all. And it's kind of like a little wiggle waggle here, down to a forward fold, keeping a generous bend in your knees here. As much as you can, as you feel a strong connection from your chest to your thighs, just like we were doing in forward fold and in Malasana squat here. See if you can maintain the length in your spine, letting the top and the crown of your head shine up towards the sky here. Letting your arms and top half of the body find some rest in an active fold here. Keeping the connection between your hands and your feet. Start to lift one hand and feet combination, and then another hand and feet combination into a quick boat here. See if you can find some stability in the bottom half of your body. And start to find a gentle rock with the hands and legs and the knees, and go all the way back into loud pose. We have to take a couple forward, some rocks forward and back. Find your feet towards the back of the mat. Find a little bit of levity into the moment, a little bit of play. Maybe your legs don't come all the way down to touch, and that's okay. Maybe they're just up the wall, or up like have your legs up the wall. See if you can find some sense of groundedness here and create a little cocoon for yourself in this pose here. Seeing if you can find length between your shoulders and your neck here. Creating some strength and length in the spine and the back body. Maybe you just work on keeping your thighs against your chest instead of letting your feet come all the way back. Maybe it feels nice to try to grab your toes and your feet. Maybe if you'd like some support, you can put a block underneath your back here to rest a little bit. Finding your breath in this moment, slowly rolling back up to a boat pose here as a transition into a forward fold. Back into a generous bend in the leg and forward fold here. With the feet and heels down on the ground. See if you can find this little cocoon for yourself. Rest with your chest onto your thighs, your hips level in this moment, letting your head just dangle as you rest for a moment. Slowly start to unhinge at the hips, rolling up into a seat, and then coming all the way back down to your back. Take one leg, bend it into a 90-degree angle into the air, and just start to bring your knee up to your armpit, out to the side, creating some circles in the knees. Find some movement that feels restorative and helpful for you. Take this knee out and from the side and bring it across the body to a twist. I mean, easy twist, finding the opposite arm and shoulder grounded here for some support. Take a breath here for a moment. Bringing the leg back up, bringing it down to switch out to the other side, finding a bend into the other leg. Bringing your knee up to your armpit. finding some circles, some movement that feels restorative and good to you. Take your knee across your body for a gentle twist here, keeping shoulder and arm rounded, both arms, both shoulders rounded. Taking your knee back across and resting it down to your side, maybe coming back to a pose where your knees are bent and you are on your back. And then your head down.
Starting on your back. Slide the blanket underneath your sacrum. It can be flat, like just for some support in those hips. With your feet planted on the ground, slowly lift your hips, vertebrae by vertebrae, into a bridge. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Now inhale, lift again. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift one more time. Exhale, stay here and hold. I invite you to hold on to or bring your hands together behind your back and interlace your fingers. And while you're in the bridge pose, lift your right leg. Inhale. Exhale. Lower the right leg. If it's easier for you, you can keep your hands flat on the ground to help support you. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, lower down. Lower down completely. Now lift both your knees and hug your knees and sway from right to left to massage that lower part of your back. Now go into a happy baby, holding on to your big toes or the outer parts of your feet. And keep swaying back to that, side to side. Inhale. Sigh, exhale. Inhale again. And sigh, exhale. Now bring your knees back to your chest and rock up and down into a seated position. And from here, I invite you to take deep breaths. Inhale for 3, 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 3, 1, 2, 3. Now inhale for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. And exhale for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's all I have for you.
hips and your back relatively straight. Great idea is to work on having your knees lower than your hips. So if you need to sit up on a couple of blocks, sit on a couple of blocks. Settle into this position here. Gently close your eyes or put your focus at the tip of your nose. Your posture straight, like there's a stick running up your spine, connecting you to everything that ever was or is. Take a deep breath in. And out. Keep going with that. Deep breath in. Let it out. Keep your breath going in that cycle. I'm going to teach you a little mantra. When you inhale, the phrase hum makes a sound. When you exhale, the syllable so comes out of your mouth. So. You can say it out loud, you can say it internally. Inhale, hum. Exhale, so. Hum. So. Hum. Keep going with that, everybody. What this translates to in Sanskrit, so, means I am. You're saying I am every exhale. When you inhale, saying hum means I am that. As in, I am that breath. You can exist without food for some time, you can exist without water for some time. You can't really get too far without that inhale. So every time you're inhaling, you are affirming I'm alive. And that breath. And you'll notice there's a space between your inhales and exhales. Pause gently in that space. Let your breath continue on naturally. You may not be saying it anymore, but that mantra is still repeating because you're still breathing. As you're ready, make your way onto your backs. Grab any props you may like to comfort yourself in Shavasana. I like to drape my back over a bolster or a blanket. It's nice to have a little weight on top of your body. This is hard to practice with. You relax. You did a lot here for the last, now it's been a while. Everybody did quite a lot. So let everything just sink into that mat. Let the mat sink into the floor below you. The floor below you sinks into the earth. All the way into the core of everything. That connects us to everything else that's out there. When the breath comes in and out, there's a fraction of a moment that is completely still and free of thought. The space between your breaths. To focus on this space is a high meditation and high knowledge.
Circle your ankles, circle your wrists. Get your arms over your head. Have a good morning stretch. If you'd like to stay laying in Shavasana, you're welcome to. Those of you ready to join the world, rolling over to your side, let yourself reorient. Let that fetal position comfort you. When you're ready, using your arms, push yourself up. Take it easy. Find yourself in a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath to cleanse, and then we'll take a big Om together. Inhale to cleanse. Exhale to cleanse. Really big inhale. Inhale more than you think you can. Keep inhaling. Let it out. Bow into your body, into your heart. Thanks everybody for participating today. This was a team effort. The universe had us, y'all had us. Thanks y'all.
Way to go, group one. Nice work.
Excellent.
Good timing, and in under time. You're going to receive feedback individually, and yeah, what else? Laura's going to use what she saw this morning in her lesson this afternoon, and you all did great. So, wonderful job. We're going to break for 15 minutes, and come back and learn about the chakras.
And I'll see you at 1:30, right?
Yep.
Right. Or.
Really good job, everybody.
Fierce practice on my feet. That was fun. So were you nervous? You didn't see it, right?
Yeah, I get that. Secretly done. Secretly done.
Yeah. That was fun though. I liked it. So how's it been?
It's been okay. It was a big
Crazy. How's work been? You guys been busy still? Yeah.
Simple Minds played at the movie center last night, so we had a Simple Minds crowd. And the night before was Dirk Bentley. Dirk Bentley?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
You know who Dirk Bentley is, but you probably don't like him.
Okay, I was like, I have to.
Like, if you grew up in Texas, he's a country singer.
Oh, yeah, no, I definitely don't know.